Now, the COVID crisis has created massive flux in the job market, with some sectors particularly hard hit and shedding huge numbers of jobs. Whilst the furlough scheme has kept a lid on unemployment, many people have moved from some parts of the economy to others. One of the big winners has been the tech sector, and it's taken on a lot of new staff, including those who have lost their jobs and they needed to reskill. Let's get more on this for you now. Let's speak to someone who's done just that, Bex Fennelly, and also to Amy Goulding, the Chief Executive of Knology, which runs intensive courses to help teach people to reskill for jobs in the tech sector. Very good morning to you both. Rebecca, let's start with you. So tell us about your position, Rebecca, and where did you find yourself in job-wise because of the pandemic, and what did you decide to do?
Sure. So previous to the pandemic, I was working in theatre, so in the musical theatre world. So obviously theatre's closed down and, you know, we're found without a job all of a sudden. So I started looking into ways to retrain and upskill. And tech seemed, you know, the industry that was going to be thriving throughout the pandemic. So I undertook a 12-week course with Knology, upskilled, and now find myself working in the tech sector. It was obviously a huge change, and you know, at the beginning I thought there couldn't be two worlds further apart than theatre and tech. But actually I discovered that there were so many soft skills that I could transfer from my experience in theatre into tech. So all these things like collaboration, working in a group, you know, determination and focus, discipline. So, you know, it's been a big transition, but with the help of such a strong course like Knology, it's been a great challenge, and yeah, it's been brilliant.
Well, you're smiling, so you certainly look like you've enjoyed yourself, Rebecca. Amy, let's bring you in now. I mean, it's great, isn't it, listening to us, a good news story after a year that's been tough for so many different people. But unfortunately, many more people find themselves in Rebecca's position, don't they?
Absolutely. And I think one of the reasons we were so passionate about providing these retraining courses is that I think a lot of people are feeling scared and like they've spent their whole careers, you know, in a specific sector, building up skills and knowledge that's now redundant. And I think what we want people to realise is that's not the case. People may see tech as a completely separate sector, something quite alien to what they do, something quite scary. But actually, the reality is that tech now underpins every sector. And a lot of our clients are really excited by, you know, the students that are coming out of these courses, because they do have deep knowledge in sectors, whether that is retail, finance, hospitality, travel, anything. Because it's not about having to completely change careers. It's literally about reskilling. And those employers are so excited to have people that have work experience, management experience, sector experience, but just coming back into these companies in a different role.
Rebecca, just back to you briefly, if you don't mind. What would your message be then to, you know, women, low-paid workers, and certainly older people who've been adversely hit by losing their jobs in this pandemic? Is it a case that they could do it too? They could have a go and find a new job? It's never too late? Absolutely.
I think, you know, when you've got loads of experience working somewhere else, it's our own fears and our own barriers that we create. And actually, if you just let down those barriers and sort of open yourself up to learning these new skills, then, you know, the world's your oyster. You can go wherever you want to. And I think in terms of a sustainable, reliable career that's going to be thriving for years to come, I think there's nowhere stronger than the tech sector right now.
Your final 20-second sum up as well from you, if you don't mind, Amy. What would you say to people who are watching who might want to change jobs and go into the tech sector, really briefly?
I'd say just explore it and find out more. At Knology, we run webinars every month.
OK. We have to leave it there. Thank you so much for joining us.